Hello everyone, welcome to Analysistrends. It's been a so long time that I've been back on YouTube, and I welcome you all back to Analysistrends. So today we are coming up with the biggest topic, which is the new ECBA certification changes. So in this video, I'll make it very simple, what has been changed, what is the same, and how you can apply for new ECBA certification and get the benefit out of it. So let's get started. I'll keep it very simple, but yes, we can take the questions at the end. So the new ECBA certification, as the launch, they are giving you a rebate of $150 until 18th of August if you attempt for the exam. Now, if you clear the exam and if you are a member of IIBA, you'll get a 150 rebate when you actually apply for exam and attempt for exam between 18th August. I mean, till next 3 days. So the exam design and the pattern has not a big change there. The reason it looks like there are changes because they have considered a new book called the Business Analysis Standard, and the Babok version 3 still remain the same. So let's get into that, understand what exactly has been changed and how you can prepare yourself. So there is something called ECBA Roadmap Handbook, or we can directly go here and check. So in order to understand what exactly has been changed, if you go to ECBA Roadmap, this is the pattern where it shows what exactly has been changed related to the ECBA. Now, the roadmap to ECBA certification is very clear. You need to understand the concepts and then purchase the exam, get the membership, study and prepare, and then schedule your exam and clear it. Now, in order to understand what has been changed and what will happen now is before you start, if you go there, you will see that any exams which are being conducted now, you'll not get the results immediately. You'll get the results beginning on 6th of October because of the new pattern. After 6th of October, the results will be shown immediately once you complete the exam as it was happening earlier. When we gave the exam of ECBA, we got the results like within 30 minutes or 15 minutes after the examination is done. So nothing changed there. Don't worry about it. You'll get all your results immediately after you complete the exam after 6th October. But before that, you need to wait till that particular point of time. Purchasing your exam is straightforward. You can go to login on IIBA, create a new account, select a membership certificate, and then purchase and book your slot. Now, before you even do that, you need to understand what exactly is the pattern, what I need to study so that I clear the ECB examination, right? So, in order to study and preparation, we have getting started here. So, we have exam structure and format. So, in case of exam structure and format, I have the PDF here. Let me go there. 1 second. So exam blueprint. So what has been changed? Earlier, you all already know that I have been uploading videos moreover on the Babok videos, the Babok version 3. Now the videos, whatever we have, is still the same. There is no change in the Babok guide. There is no change in the pattern of the Babok guide. What has been added to the ECBA is the business analysis standard, and the percentage weightage is being divided between these two books. But if you ask me what exactly the business analysis standard is, it's the same but in a detailed view of a Babok. So it's like the prerequisites of someone who want to understand the Babok. But trust me, there is no change or no particular new skill that you need to learn. It's still the same. What you know in the Babok will be more in detail in the business analysis standard. And the percentage criteria, if you see this table here, has been split. The first three are coming in from the business analysis standard book, whereas the other, what you can say, six knowledge areas or the six BACCM metrics is coming in detail from the Babok guide concept. Now, in order to understand as well, we have the duration now increased to 75 minutes from 60 minutes, and we still have 50 questions with multiple choice answers, and this is all online, right? And there is no change in the exam pattern. We still have the same. The only thing is earlier you were used to only read from Babok version 3. Now you need to read from the business analysis standard as well as from the Babok version 3. But how much is what we're going to discuss now. Now, if you go inside the book, basically, we have one called business analysis standard, which is again a PDF. You can get your PDF from the IIBA free access once you sign up. Now, in those basically PDF, the business analysis standard, will identify or will have more understanding of what exactly business analysis is, how the mindset of a BA should work, and implementing the business analysis task for someone who is very new to this role. Whereas the Babok concept, like change, need, solution, stakeholder, value, and context, is covering the Babok itself. It's covering not the Babok chapters, not the knowledge areas now, but it's like in few topics we were discussing about change in Babok. In few topics in the Babok chapters we were discussing about needs. So now what Babok or IIBA have done is they have selected the topic wise chapters and group them into a topic called need. These are the topics we need to learn. Change, these are the topic we need to learn. Value, these are the topic we need to learn, and then appear for the exam. But nothing has changed unless you know the Babok completely. You will able to understand that nothing has been changed, and moreover the additional book you see is more in detail. It is very helpful so that you can understand the role, not only just clear the certification. Okay, let's get into detail and all those understand how it actually works. Now, other than that, we also are covering 20 techniques. Earlier, we used to cover all 50 techniques in Babok, right? Now we need to only cover 20 techniques, out of which they're listed here. Now, underlining competencies is something nothing but your mindset, your thinking, your adaptability, your what you can say knowledge area of the domain business. It's still the same, no change. Underlining competencies and your core competencies are still the same, nothing changed there. And you need to also understand that the chapter number 9, 10, and 11 in the Babok version 3, which was competencies, underlying competencies, your techniques, and your what the soft skills, basically the communication skills, are still the same, no change there. You need to still learn them. Now coming to the blueprint of the reference map to each of the chapter, how it actually is being identified. Okay, what topics we need to learn from that book. Now when you are learning the first three, I guess, right, which is basically the underlining the business analysis, understanding the business analysis, sorry, the mindset of BA, and implementing the business analysis. Though these three topics, okay, these three topics are covered in this chapter, and you also see the chapter references here that you need to cover from the book. So this is coming from the business analysis standard book, whereas all other points, whatever we had from the change, need, solution, stakeholder, context, value, all these are coming from different topics. You see here the topics are already mentioned: 7.1, 7.3, 5.3. These topics you need to actually cover in order to cover the Babok guide. So earlier what we used to do when we cleared the CBA, we used to read the whole Babok. We used to skip chapter number uh, 5 and 7, I guess, solution evaluation and strategy analysis. But now we are not dependent on chapters. Now we are dependent on topic. So in order to read the Babok, you need to cover all these topics. Indirectly you are covering the whole Babok learning, plus you need to also cover these topics under the business analysis standard in order to clear the examination. And we also are covering the techniques part, the competencies part, and detailed reference map has been mentioned here. Now if you need any information, anything that you're not understanding within the book, the other new book, which is the business analysis standard, as well as in the Babok, how to prepare for the exam, feel free to contact on the YouTube comments. Ask for joining the WhatsApp group. If you comment that, then I'll be texting you or will be pinging you offline in order to add you to the group so that we discuss all these related new topics and get the path clear for you. Moreover, we are only focused not only focused on just clearing certificate, but to understand what is very important once you get the certification and then you turn yourself into an actual BA and how well you can progress into your BA role. Okay, so this is the reference map which is already been provided by IIBA. You can go and refer. Now coming back to the exam pattern, which we already discussed, we will have 75 minutes. We will have the same passing score, no change there. And there is one more thing called we will have two books we need to read: the business analysis standard and the Babok guide. Now quickly I want to show you the business analysis standard, how it looks like. So this is the BA standard. you will also get your copy. Let me know if you do not have the copy. Comment that I don't have the copy so that if we can connect and we can get, I can provide you the copy. So the chapters covered here are basically the 5 chapters that you need to understand, read, and this book is completely a part of Babok. It's like it's nothing new that they have written. It's the same thing but in an elaborated way. And these are like the prerequisites for a BA to complete. So this book is the first book where you need to read all the 5 chapters, where we are covering about BA standard, understanding business analysis, mindset of a BA, implementing BA analysis, and then BA analysis task. Now, if you ask me what is very different in this, see, standards are something which everyone need to know what is the rule that need to be followed or a thumb rule need to be followed as a BA. Now, understanding the BA role, all the BACCM concepts, which is the core concept, which is the solution, stakeholder, value, context, and then the change, need, nothing changed there. If you go back to my Babok videos, it will be still same. But if you understand them, you'll understand this very easily. Okay, and then mindset of a BA, how BA should think, how BA should work, what are the actual impediments would come in, how BA should tackle them, and all those. And approaches, when you actually work, which kind of approaches you need to take, adaptive, predictive, agile, waterfall, all these are already being discussed in Babok, but these are very very new, so that you need to learn first. And second, you also need to understand the task, how the task is divided, how a BA need to understand the task. So this is covering the more major of the topic. And you also see in the blueprint, if I go back to the blueprint now again, the percentage weightage of the book, the majority of the percentage weightage is coming in from Babok only, which is again, I can say 60% of the weightage is still from Babok, whereas other 40% is from the new book. So you can say if you read the Babok by the reference map connecting the topics, you are covering 60% of the knowledge. But if you are reading the book from the first book, which is the analysis standard, you are covering the 40% knowledge. But this 40% knowledge is itself have a detailed knowledge in Babok. So in order to make it very simple, you need to anyhow learn the Babok still. There is no other answer. You also need to learn Babok, but you also need to understand this book, how the pattern is written. So this is all about the book, and I'm just going through it. But if you need any information about the book, happy to connect, happy to discuss, and happy to help you in order to clear this particular point so that you can still aware of what are the changes. So these are the techniques and all those, which is like you can go and take your book. If you don't have the book, let me know. And then we have our own favorite, which is one of my favorite, is the Babok, which is like a mother of all the business analysis book. So here nothing changed. So earlier we used to have something like we need to learn this three and then four, five. We used to skip six and eight, but now I guess they are also covering few topics, but I don't 100% know. But nothing changed here. Let me go to reference so that you will understand again. So what they are saying here, if I go to reference, for example, again, let's say if I want to complete chapter number, yeah, let's say trace requirements. Okay, this is one of the topic which I need to learn. Now, in order to complete this, I need to learn 4.3 and 6.1 in order to understand it. Okay, so in order to understand the trace requirement from Babok, I need to also reference and understand the 4.3 and 6.1. So if I go back to 4.3 and 6.1 from the IIBA book, so my 4.3 is conform illustration results for tracing requirements, and then I also have 6.1, which is you are analyzing your current results. So what has been now changed? Nothing, very frank. You need to learn extra. That's the answer to it. But you need to learn the whole picture so in order to get all dots connected. Trust me, unless you don't understand Babok, you'll not understand anything. And if you're understanding business analysis standard, that means you're also understanding Babok. And this is the whole Babok guide. And if you still don't have the Babok guide access, we can get it from IIBA. You can sign up for free and get your copies. If not, let us know. We can help you out with that. So this is all about, I would say, the new pattern. Just make sure that you don't miss the structure. That's very important. And the structure here itself is, again, I'm showing it for your reference. Let me again open it. Blueprint. So this is your blueprint. You need to understand that these are the important chapters you need to learn, and these are the important topics you need to cover from Babok. So happy to help and stay connected. And also, one bonus, as I mentioned, is if you go to Analysis Trends today, you have a BA Roadmap Handbook. Now, this BA Roadmap Handbook basically is a book written by Analysis Trends, and basically, I have contributed adding my understanding. So, this book, if you want to access this, so you can go ahead and start reading. While you purchase this book, basically enter the code which is AT free, and this code is free. I mean, the book access is free for 1 month, and this code is applicable only till 30th August. But you will able to see that you are covering major understanding of the chapters which are not specific to Babok or IIBA, anything. I'm not copywriting them, but this is something that a general BA should understand. A normal BA or a standard BA or a basic someone who is very, very new to BA role should understand this. And then at the end, we have the Babok guide learning. And if you're really interested and want me to create a new videos for the new business analysis standard book, then please do comment. Your support will actually help me. And we already see 40 participants have participated in this book and have read it. And you will get 100% discount for this with zero price if you enter the code called AT free, and this is still 40th August. So don't wait, continue your learning and explore the analysis trend as much as possible. Reach out to me on LinkedIn, happy to help, and please follow the standards. And if you need to connect with me directly, comment, join the WhatsApp group on YouTube comment so that we can add you directly to the group. So thank you, stay connected, and all the best for your exams.